All right. So now what we are going to do, code this website after we have mapped it, right? So yeah. So next thing we need to uh, look for is how to start it. So basically, we use mobiles a lot. In fact, I have made a website for a company where we only made the mobile version. Okay. If you kind of like, if you expand it like this, they're going to say, no, you cannot. An example of this, it's there are many websites you will see that when you expand this window, you are going to see you cannot use it. But when you have like this, you can. Whatever it is, uh, mobile versions, and we have kind of like a big screen computer version. So actually the same website can kind of like shape itself for devices. See, as I'm increasing, it's changing its orientation, its structure kind of. So while building website, what you can do is that you can start from building this code first for the mobile devices, and then you can make for the rest. You don't have to change much in your CSS code. This is all about CSS, this changing of structure and stuff. You can start from phone and then change in your CSS so that it also adapts with bigger screens. So we are going to start, we are going to make this complete website. So we are going to start from, we are also going to make this responsive. So let's start from the bigger screen and then let's go to shorter screen. So let's go to our code. And then let's start creating the boilerplate code. So the boilerplate code with exclamation mark. And then we say this thing, constructo, I guess. Whatever the name is, it doesn't matter. Constructo. And then constructo. And then we are going to first, what do we have here? We have the whole header thing, right? So we're going to create a header. Okay. Header tag. Well, what am I typing? Header tag. All right. Then what do we have? Kind of like a top bar. Okay. The top bar. So,
You can
so
create a class.
yes, yes. So create a div and then class, right? So
Yeah,
this thing will be a div inside the, this thing will be child of the header, called top bar, this box. Then this box will be a header called maybe address or contact. Okay. Logo contact, we can say. Any name we can give to class. And this thing will also be in the header. We will call it menu. Okay. Child. These three divs will be immediate child of the header. So let's go. And then let's call it div dot, you know the shortcut, right? Div dot, if I say top underscore bar, hit tab, it is going to say it's going to create a div with a class of top bar. Okay, let me show you some other shortcuts as well. So only div if I type, and when this setting tool icon comes, or tool icon comes, at that moment when we press tab, it will give us a div tag. Okay, but when we say div dot something like dot, let's say it is a class, and hit tab, it creates one class. You know, you can have multiple classes
yeah.
in a
In
class,
one, in a single one.
in a single
I think
class.
you said that.
Mhm. So we can have div dot, and then we can have let's say class one. Again, press a dot and say class two. Hit tab is gonna create two classes. So these are some shortcuts. We will see many more shortcuts of VS Code for HTML. So this is the immediate child, which is called top bar. Okay. And then we're going to create something called, let's call this logo address. So we're going to create div dot logo underscore address. Hit tab. So this is another tab. Okay. Then we are going to create a menu. And for menu, actually, we have a special tag
Tag.
called menu tag. Yes, menu tag. All right. So let's handle one of each of them one by one. So first comes the top bar. Let's save it and let's go live. So that's how our website looks, nothing, because we haven't given it any content, only divs. So here, inside this top bar, I'm going to create something called another div. Okay. Remember that div I was talking about? Inside this thing, like this part.
Yeah.
So you're going to understand this is a very common practice in CSS. So so you can learn this just by heart. What I'm going to show you, you can follow this in any websites as you did code or develop in future. So this div is going to have a name. Okay. This class, most times what we do is we say this top bar container. Okay. You see why we give this? You might ask why. Okay, why this thing, all of this is in this line, between this line, why there are spaces on the left and right? To look good, actually, nothing else. If it was all in the full screen mode, okay, it would not look good, especially in computer. In mobile phone, it's fine. If in mobile phone, as you can see, if it was like this, it looks good. There is no space on the left, right, see? But on computer screens, it doesn't look good. Or it looks better if you give spaces. So we are going to create top bar container. Everything is going to make sense when I start styling. So have patience. And then we're going to have this p tag. In a p tag, we can write this, and in a button, we can write this. So we don't actually need div. We were saying boxes, but we don't need it. So p, which is a class of let's say opening hour. I'm going to say this opening hour. P dot opening underscore hour. Okay. Tab. Opening hour 9 to 18, I guess. Yeah, not bad. And then we can create a button. A button with a small b tag. Yeah. Book a table is fine. Here it says get a quote. We can say book a table. We can change a little bit. Fine. This button can also have a class name, which can have a book a table. Yeah, not a bad book a table button. Okay. So these are your choices of what you make. Okay. And this naming of class names is really annoying when you make very big websites, it becomes very annoying because you have to make names. Making names is sometimes very annoying. Like what name? I cannot think of any new name, but you can use this. You can use any names. Okay. One of the way I've seen people use is that they say top bar container p, like this, which means inside the top bar there is top bar container, inside the top bar container there is p. Again, we also say top, it becomes easy to name, top bar underscore container underscore button. This
It's
way,
kind of confusing this way.
this way is confusing for you?
Yeah.
Okay. I will then. Yeah, no worries. However you want to name it, save it. And if I go to our website, it looks like this, very dull, right? And then, yeah, let's style this. Okay. So let's go to our CSS. Create, you know what I do? I always divide my CSS. So
Yeah,
first
you
of
make
all,
it
I will
global. Yeah.
global.css. There will be top bar.css. Okay. So for global.css, you know what to do. We have this space and some default styles we will remove in the global. So asterisk, which means everywhere. Okay, everywhere. What will happen is that we're gonna say padding 0 and then margin 0. Save it, and then nothing happens. Why?
You haven't added to the index HTML.
Yeah, exactly.
You
I was
haven't linked
testing
it.
it. Yeah. So style sheet was global.css. Okay. Still doesn't work. Why it doesn't work?
Have you saved it?
Yeah, I saved it.
Oh, it's a folder.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. I'm just playing, you know.
No, it's
So-
good. It's good because I remember.
Yeah. So opening hours 9:18. Okay, everything is fine. So let's go. And then below another line, you know, and then we're gonna say this top bar
Top
so
bar.
that we can also add top bar. All right, everything looks good. And top bar, first of all, let's do one thing. You can do this thing. You can drag it down and then pull it right, and boom, we have 2 screens. Looks good. Okay. All right. So now opening hours 9 to 18, book a table. Okay, button we have. So you can kind of see and write here as well. So the top bar is top bar, no worries. The top bar container, you're going to see now why I've done this container. Okay. So if I type dot top underscore bar underscore container, not display flex, nothing. I'm going to say this a width of, let's say, for now, I'm just going to give you a random 10,000, 1,000 pixel width. Okay. And then I've given a width, but it is not applying. The width is not applying. So why I've given this width, you will see right now. So if I give it a background color of red, you see this is the width. Exactly the width we want, kind of, right? From here to here.
Yeah.
So why is this width not, it's not in the middle? Why it's not in the middle? So to make it in the middle, what we do, it's a common technique, is we say margin will be auto. Okay. You are going to also see that margin 0 auto, which means that, you know, this thing means top and bottom, it will be 0, and left and right will be auto. Auto means the browser will try to push it's going to come in the middle. Okay.
I think my internet connection is not stable, so you stopped at it's going to push. The browser is going to push.
Yes. So what this auto means is that when we give here auto, this means left and right will be auto, and 0 means top and bottom will be 0. Now we can say 0 pixel or something else, but when we say 0, we don't actually need to write here pixel. We can only say 0. So 0 means top and bottom 0, and auto means left and right will be auto. Okay. When we give it, the browser will push this container, this div, from both sides. Okay. And remember, we have a width. So what's going to happen is that you can kind of understand is it's going to be in the center. Make sense?
Yeah. And this is like usually what happens. So not only.
Yeah, usually what happens.
Okay. Let me just
So
Just a second with my Wi-Fi. I'll try something. 1 second. Sorry. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Okay. I think this Wi-Fi is better. Okay. Sorry.
No problem. So I'm going to remove this background red color because you understand what's going to happen next. Kind of imagine, okay, this is a box, actually, a transparent box, okay? Like this. All right. So let's work on this now. So in the top bar container, let's come in the opening hour. And so inside the top bar container, what I'm going to say, inside the top bar container, there is a p tag called opening hour dot opening hour. Okay. Why I have got this? I don't want this. So inside here, the opening hour, what do we want? Okay, before even that, what would be nice is that, see, the top bar container, if I give the background color, we don't get the background color through the whole div like we want. If I say give it red, it doesn't give throughout the whole thing, right?
Mm.
So to give throughout the whole thing, what should we do?
Top bar. Okay.
What do you think? What should we do?
It's not going to be a header class.
Remember, top bar is a block element, so it's already 100% width. It has taken the whole width. So if we just apply, no, we're going to apply only top bar. In the top bar, we are going to apply this coloring, okay, which we have in here. So I'm going to grab this tool, and then I'm going to take this color, and then I'm going to apply BG or background, BG color, background color, V. Save it and remove this red thing. It looks bad. Here you go. See?
Yeah.
So because this only top bar is covering the whole width, it's the nature. But when we give it a height in the container was also covering the whole width, but we just told it, okay, no, you can't anymore. Okay, it's trying to cover the whole width, but we are saying no, you can't. So it's only taking 1000, and also we are saying, okay, you have covered, we only have 1000 pixel width, but now you also have to push yourself from left and right side using this auto method. Okay. All right. Now in the top bar container, we have a p tag. Make this p tag white color, I guess. So color is going to be white. Ta-da, white. So okay, it looks like a white. Then also the button. Let's go to the button. Book a button table. Okay. So dot top bar. Inside top bar there is something called book a table button. These things are given by AI. We're not gonna use AI. So you see there is a kind of like a by default CSS given by the browser. We don't want it. We just want it to be like us. So we have to change everything. So the default behavior or the default styles the button or the browser gives us for a button is it gives a border. So we can give our own border, which will be for now 0 pixel, which means no border. Okay. So or border
None. Can we just use none?
none. Okay. No borders we need. Okay. And then we also don't need any outline. I guess we also get outline, none. I'm not sure about outline though. But okay, let's try our own styling. So first of all, the background color, right? So the background color will be
Orange.
Yeah, this one, F0542C. So color, it's not exactly orange. Okay, after this record this session, at the end I will explain to you how color works. Okay, like
Okay.
what is this F0, what is this 54, what is this 2C. It's interesting. Okay, so save it and let's see. Okay, the color is actually this one, but we don't do we want the text to be orange? No, we want the background color. Okay,
Yeah.
background color, save it. See, our background color is nice, and the color of the text is going to be
It's
white,
white.
right? Yeah, so the color is going to be white. Save it, white. Everything is fine. Just we need what between these things?
Padding and margin.
Do we need margin?
No
Yes, we
padding.
might need. We might need. We are not
We,
sure about the margin now.
maybe because
Yeah.
of the opening hour thing. Maybe to
Okay, okay.
separate
You're
them.
going to see. Okay, very
Okay.
good. Okay, but padding, it's very good. You understood its padding. Let's use the padding first. So padding, let's say 2 pixel. 2 pixel. What does this mean? Only when you give only 2 pixel, it's going to add top, right, bottom, left, everywhere. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Mm,
2 pixel is too small, to be honest. 20 pixel, you're gonna see the change. See, 20 pixel. All right.
yeah.
But if you see this this button, it has less padding on top and bottom, but more padding on left and right. So what we're going to say that top and bottom is going to be 10 pixel, but left and right is going to be 20 pixel. See, now it looks kind of good.
But
Now, this thing, okay, it's fine actually. So what we have to do, make this button to the right and this text to the left. Okay. So one of the very easy way to do so with CSS, it's a very updated thing, is Flexbox. Okay. So the top bar container is the immediate parent of these two things, p tag and the button tag, right? Hello.
yes, I'm listening.
Yeah. So this top bar container is the immediate parent of p tag and button tag, right?
Yeah, these are the child, right?
Yeah, and these are the immediate child. So the children's we want to move. If you want to move the children's using Flexbox, we have to apply the Flexbox to the immediate parent, which is this one, not the top bar container. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So let's go to the top bar container and let's say flex. Oh, sorry, display.
Right.
It was display block. See, div had a default display block. Okay. We are going to make it flex. See, when I do this, the default nature is I don't see anything. Oh, why I'm applying it here? So I have to apply it here to the immediate parent, which is container display flex. So we are going to see it immediately made it row wise. What it does, it's a default nature. If you don't want to make it row wise, you just have to say flex direction column. See, column. Yeah, but when we apply flex, one thing you will notice, okay, is that see the button is no longer div or block element anymore. Sorry, inline element anymore. The button from inline element, it has become like a block element, but you don't have to worry about that at all. Okay, you will change it, no worries. Okay, you can always change it by going into the button, but it's something that you will see weird. But we don't need the column now. So after doing that, you see, first thing you should do after using Flexbox, can you remember? After using Flexbox, immediately what common thing we do?
Justify content. Yeah.
Another one?
Um.
With A, it starts with A.
Oh my God. Wait.
I will give you some hint. A, L, then remember anyhow, A, L, I. GN.
Align. Okay, yeah. Align.
Kind of align
Align
something. Yeah.
center of
Align items.
items.
Center.
Center. Yeah.
So what this will do, this will center the both of them. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gradually making it better. You see, it's just my eyes. Okay, I see, well, it doesn't look good, so I will do this. So align item center is 99% of the times what you do when you use Flexbox. Okay, so you will kind of like remember it by practicing. Then justify content. So justify content actually has a couple of properties, to their values. One of them is space between. Kind of makes sense, right? Create space between objects, elements. Create it, space it, see it pushed. So let me show you some of the properties of justify content. Delete this. You see, center, if we give center, it's at the center of the both div, immediate center. Okay, if you give end, it's at the end of the div container. Okay, flex end, same thing. Flex start at the start. Left normal, never I've used it in my life. Left normal, right. Space around, what it does, you will understand if I kind of like in the container, if kind of like I give a background color of let's give a cute color like pink. Okay. So you will understand what each of these things does. So space center, sorry. So centers it. Okay, makes sense. End gives it at the end. Flex end gives it at the end as well. Start as well. Left doesn't know what it does. Normal, right. Okay. So space around is important. It just creates space around it. See, space between pushes it to the end, okay, from the middle. But space around kind of like distributes the spaces in each side. Okay. Then we have space evenly, and so space between, space around, and center. These three are
mostly used.
Yes, exactly. So these three, center, space around, and space between, are mostly used. But we are going to use space between. All right. Close this inspect. Now, does it look good? Nah. So we should do something more. So this button looks it looks like more height it has, right?
Yeah.
It has more height. So let's increase the height first, and then we will check about the other things. So padding top and bottom. This 10 is top and bottom. So you click and you see a cursor blinking on the 10. Now you can increase it using your up arrow key. I think this much is fine. This much. And the 20 pixel, I think this much is fine. Okay. What else we are going to do is that we are going to increase the font size. So font size 20 pixel. Okay. Have I told you about box sizing border box?
No.
Okay. So so now we will know about this thing. So you see, when I increase the font size, it's actually increasing it's actually affecting the padding and kind of like the padding. Okay. So what I want, or what is good, okay, just now know is that you should always do this thing here. In the global.css, I will say in every element, initially what's going to happen, box sizing is going to be border box. What this does is that if the font size increases, the padding doesn't get affected. So you see, I'm going to increase this thing again. I think this much is fine. And 20 pixel, this much is fine. And if I increase the font size now, and if I increase to 20 pixel, it kind of less affects it. Okay.
Okay.
So box sizing you will do. And okay, after we increase the size of the font, we are also going to decrease its, let's decrease the height a little bit, and also decrease the width a little bit, and also decrease the font size, just making it beautiful there. I think this is good. Get a quote. You know what? I'm going to decrease the font size a little bit more. Yeah, I think this much is good.
20 was okay.
20 was okay. Yes. And also, I guess decrease the height a little bit. Yeah, I think this is fine for now. And also all of the text is uppercase, okay? So we can also do something with that. So copy this whole thing and go to our code and go to our top bar CSS. And here what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace this, okay? It's fine. And then what there is a style we have a special property, CSS property, that these are not all uppercase, right? So if we say text transform, we have uppercase. This is a special property which will always make special make the letters uppercase. Doesn't matter how you write it in the HTML. So CSS has a good way to manipulate and transform texts. Okay. Now this is fine. Opening hour also looks kind of good, not bad, but there is a problem. Okay, still it doesn't look good in my eyes. And what is it? Can you guess?
Because of the font?
Exactly. The font looks very bad. So I have done my own research. I know this uses Railway. Okay. So if you go to inspect, you go down, you will try to search, and then you will find this. It's through my experience, I know that you can understand. So how to add fonts in your website? It's very easy. Go to Google Fonts. All right, go to Google Fonts. So I'm going to delete what I had. I added a few. I'm going to remove all. It's nothing, empty. So I'm going to say Railway. A very common, like elegant websites use this font a lot. So you can also use it. So add everything. I would like to add everything. It doesn't cost money. So add everything. But it costs something, which is efficiency of a website, because it has to load so many fonts. We will think about efficiency later. We don't have to worry about that now. And yeah, and just you can download them, so you don't need internet. But what we are going to do now, we need internet. So you see, it directly takes from the website, these fonts. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to add this in where? Top bar CSS? No.
Top bar book table button. Or no?
No, I'm going to add in the global CSS file.
Because you want to, okay.
Everywhere. Yeah, everywhere. Control V. I don't need the style tag because I'm using inside a CSS file. If I use in HTML, yeah. So it's Control Save. Now Google Font actually tells us how to use it, Railway and this way. So copy this thing as well and use it in everywhere. Where I like is everywhere is fine. Yeah, everywhere, every element. Okay, it's better this way. So if Railway doesn't work, sans serif will work. That's what this comma means. Okay.
Okay, so we have to also import it and also add font family.
Sans serif.
No sans serif, but like import it, the URL, and then also add font family relevant. So both of them.
Yes, yes. We are importing the railway. The sans serif
Okay.
is by default in the browser. We don't have to import it. Okay. But
Yeah.
you know this doesn't look good, so we are using the railway. But if for some reason the browser cannot import it, let's say your internet just cut off immediately after loading the website, or for some any other reason, or let's say the Google website doesn't work. Okay, Google website crashed. For many reasons, this railway, the browser was not able to load it. Then it will use sans serif. Right.
Yep. And we could
So
also add more, I think, in the last one you said.
yes, we can keep adding like
Yeah.
crazy. But we don't need usually more than 2 fonts. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah. Does our website looks good? 3, 2, 1. Yeah, it looks much better.
Yeah, it's getting
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, it's getting there. So this one still doesn't look like us. Why? Because it's bold. Okay. So let's make it bold. Inspect it. Click on it. Yeah. So I'm going to say font weight, which will make it bolder. So not actually bold means completely bold. Looks like, whoa, it's fat. But we can make it 100. See, very thin. 200, little bit thicker. 300, okay, little bit. We're getting there. 400, 500, 600. No, it's too much. I guess, yeah, 600, not bad. Yeah, 600. 600 words. Better. What is this? This is our one. Nope, I don't know what this is. So also I mean, this one is our one. Yeah. So 600 or 500, I don't know. 600 or 500 or 400. No, 500 is fine. Perfectly fine. Okay.
In my code,
For
I use the B tag, so I think this, I guess it's more efficient.
yeah, this is more customizable, you know.
But then why
You
did
can
they use like the B tag? Why is it like
Very
when
good
it's
question. Yes. So BTEG was used when CSS was not invented.
okay.
The first website created, or the first website, this one, InfoSarn says, at that time it was created during when? I don't even remember. 1991. Okay. I was not born even when it was. So info.sarn.ch, if you go here, you see this bold CSS. Remember, just HTML was just created.
Yeah.
So how they will make it bold using HTML?
They used the B tag.
B tag, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm not gonna try to make it more perfect, but this one looks good. Okay, this one is good. So 16 pixel is fine. 16 pixel is by default. Oh no, 15 pixel, I guess. So 16 pixel, I will make it. Yeah, I will close this. 16 pixel, where? Here. Very good. So we're done with the top bar, I guess, right? This one is a little bit bold and a little bit small. I will work with that later. Right?
We
It's
should
fine
add
for now.
the effect also as well, because it's
Which effect?
changing color when you click on
Oh, that thing you want to add? Oh, sure.
Mm.
Yeah. So how we can add it? Oh, first of all, check the color. It changes. So it's this color, okay? So what I'm going to do is that